Today, we celebrate the life of Otis Lain. Otis Lain, also known as Otis Lain Jr., June Lain, Daddy, Pawpaw, and Coach, was born on Saturday, August 15, 1942, in Chase, Louisiana, to Otis Lain Sr. and Irene Lain. Brought into the world during World War II, Otis was raised during a time that demanded American strength and toughness. As the oldest of 14, this strength and toughness forged a childhood for Otis that was filled with entrepreneurship and physical fortitude beyond his years. As a young boy, Otis would walk miles digging and collecting dirt to sell for money. He worked multiple jobs constantly to help contribute to the family, and would make sure he always found time to display his athletic dominance amongst his peers, whether it be throwing rocks or racing. As a teenager, Otis, who had shown an aptitude for mathematics, became a successful high school student athlete at Carver High School, dominating the football field as an all-state linebacker, and dominating in the classroom allowed Grandpa Otis to ascend to become the first person to go to college in his family. He is the first of a long line of college graduates. Attending Southern University, Otis Lain starts his collegiate career by marrying his high school sweetheart and life partner, Estella Lain. While at Southern, Otis becomes nationally recognized as an all-SWAC linebacker and becomes the team's most valuable defensive player. His college coaches relied on him so much that they would repeatedly tell him, "Lain, if you don't make the tackle, it's a touchdown. You're our only hope." Throughout his athletic success, he would always develop the mentality of leaving it on the field. Otis would speak of times where he would have to be carried off the field at the end of each game because he had no more left in him. His dedication to football allowed him to become an undrafted free agent for the Kansas City Chiefs. Once he decided to hang up the cleats, Otis's football mentality still carried him to high places. After playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, Otis became a successful respiration therapist, treating hundreds of New Orleans citizens suffering from respiratory issues. However, Otis's love for football brought him back to the game as a coach. As a coach, he was able to mentor and inspire thousands of notable figures in New Orleans. The most famous of them all was Ruby Bridges, the first African American to integrate the public school system in Louisiana. While successfully coaching for 20 years at Francis T. Nichols High School, Otis's childhood hunger for entrepreneurship could not escape him. As a full-time teacher and coach, Otis started buying real estate and earned him enough money to begin acquiring large lots of land on his own. Acquiring trailer parks, apartment complexes, and residential houses, Otis Lain's real estate business grew so much that he had to retire early from coaching just to maintain it. He was so willing to bet on himself that he retired a year before he would be receiving his tenured status. After retiring, Otis continued to build his real estate empire until 1998, when he decided to buy his first charter bus. Quickly applying his mental toughness to the transportation industry, Otis grew a business by the name of Lowe's Express. That became one of the largest Black-owned bus companies in the Southeast. He was even the first African American in Louisiana to buy a General Motors facility. Lowe's Express was a premier transportation company that worked with the NFL, NCAA, government agencies, schools, families, and businesses of all kinds. Lowe's Express soared to unimaginable heights until it was abruptly put to a halt by the forces of nature. A hurricane called Katrina came to New Orleans and forced Otis and the Lain family to evacuate and leave everything behind. Not wanting to chance the destruction of his investments, Otis stayed in New Orleans during the Category 5 hurricane, and his family left the city. Confronted by intruders, the storm, and the military, Otis's resiliency allowed him to survive 2 weeks in a city that was destroyed. No cell phone, no proper food or resources, nothing but the strength and toughness instilled in him at an early age. Otis's mentality was passed down to his family, his children, and his children's children. They all embodied characteristics that were handed down from him. From entrepreneurs, Division I athletes, college graduates, and life coaches, the descendants of Otis followed his blueprint to the T. Otis Lain was a great man. He wasn't perfect, human like us all, but great nonetheless. Forged by World War II, segregation, and the many dispositions of the past, Otis didn't always come across as a nice guy. He merely went through life achieving all that he could with what he knew how, head first, tough, and to the point. He loved to the fullest, but didn't always know the words to say to express that love. He was a man's man, a truly rare breed. He is survived by his wife, Estella, his son Wellington, his son Sean, his daughter Latoya, and his daughter Brandy. Nowadays, we have many heroes. They can be anyone, from a movie star to a relative or a politician. They don't have to have superpowers. Just the ability to inspire, motivate, and push you to become better. Whether we know it or not, each one of us follows the example and inspiration of someone. These may be good examples or bad ones. For the Lain family, the words example and hero are the words that describe the wisdom, bravery, and the tolerance Otis Lain displayed throughout his life. Our hero is Otis. He is a truly admirable person who not only inspires us, but amazes us every day with the tenacity in which he lived his life. All of us need a hero, someone to inspire and guide us along the right path. We thank you, Otis Lain, for being all that we needed and more.
Here we are again, that old familiar place, where the wind will blow, no one ever knows.